Hey, good morning, everybody. All right, let's jump right into it. Looking at December corn here, big jump in the overnight. Right now we're up 12 at 493. You can see Friday's low came really close to the trend line that I had talked about. The low was 480 and a quarter. I had said the low 480s. I did not think it was going to happen that day, but that's the way this goes. Pretty volatile this time of year. Surprised we didn't get down there to this. But then obviously you go through weekend. We have some weather. We have some more details come out about the Chinese meeting, and still I think a lot of confusion there about what's actually been promised. And again, it's just promises and no confirmation from China, and really no purchases. They've promised to purchase 25 million metric tons. I think that's the number of soybeans for the next 3 years. They've purchased none so far this year. So um, tough to back that up, and we're going to need to see some backup if this bounces because of that in the short term. So here we are with corn right now. I really want to see this take this high out of the overnight 497 and a quarter pretty quickly. Or to me, this is just some little kickback here that we're going to continue this downtrend. Because to be honest, I'm not sure it did enough. I think it wants to spend a little bit more time down here, a little bit more sideways action. Uh, but we'll see. If it takes that out, I'll eat those words, and I'd love to see it happen, right? If we could go back up and re-challenge these highs here. But need to take the overnight high of 497 and a quarter out. If you take out the low of 488 and three quarters, then my best guess is we'll travel on down pretty quick again and try to mess around the trend line in that low 480s area again. Will not surprise me at all if we do that, if we come down and touch this midway point at some point of this entire move up from the low last year. So that would be around 475 and 7 eighths. I doubt we'd close there, but I won't be surprised to see us touch that there. So really volatile trade. We got a lot going on now. Different types of fundamentals, the weather. We had some decent rain in places last night, but we also had some pretty severe weather, tornadoes, hail. So we'll see what the trade wants to think of that as far as a net negative or a net positive. But yet again, corn up 12 and a quarter right now at 493 and a quarter. Want to see it take out that overnight high of 497 and a quarter pretty quickly, or I'll be worried that we're going to jump right on back down and get rid of a lot of these gains right out of the gate. Moving into soybeans. Soybeans up 25 and a quarter right now at 1196. Overnight high was 1199 and three quarters, so we jumped right up to that because of this news from China that came out. Again, you want to see us take out this high pretty quick. We could mess around here for a couple days, that would be fine, but if you do that, you're really setting up a head and shoulders pattern here. You take out these lows, and it could get ugly, right? So that's what you don't want to see happen. You don't want to see too much hesitation here. If we really think this news is bullish and it's really going to confirm itself, we need to get going right now. So that's what I would want to see if I was wanted to be super bullish here. Is we want to take out this high, get back above this high at 1214 too. If we mess around here, you're really setting up a pretty ugly pattern potentially. And if you start to work lower again, you could have a pretty decent sized break from that point. Nothing much to say down here on these things on either markets. Pretty closed off. RSI was overbought. We've dropped a lot because of the down move, trying to climb back out of it. You'll just have to see once if you get up to some of these highs again, what the RSI is looking like at that point. Huge volume on those down days, so there was a lot of fun liquidation during that time frame. So support overnight low 1183 and three quarters. Resistance overnight high 1199 and three quarters, and would like to see that taken out pretty quickly here. KC wheat's up a lot too, up 15 and a quarter, but you can see it hasn't done much to the chart. We had such a downtrend because of that big explosion up that it hasn't really changed the look of anything. We haven't taken out any recent highs, so you can't really look at this and say, all right, yeah, that looks like we should move this higher. This still looks like we got a lot of work to do if we're going to take this back up to those highs. So again, it's not helpful. If it starts to take out the overnight low, and it'll move with everything else, in my opinion, right now. We're coming into whatever whatever crop we do have for wheat. We've priced in a lot of the negativity here even though that crop is, the smallest one we've had, and I forget what it is, 55 or some years. So we'll see how that wants to act here moving forward. I would still guess it's very possible later on that we can come in and take this high out and go higher again. But even though we don't have much of a crop, you're still going to catch some harvest pressure. So, and we've had such an up move that's just, part of the process here. So anyway, we'll see what this wants to act like right at the open. I think that's going to be really important, if the funds come in and continue buying, or if they back off and we start to work this thing lower. All right, everybody have a great day.